All right, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Marvel Studios Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness. Now, please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment down below, and please hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new that we are putting up. Now that I've got that nonsense out of the way, I hope everybody is having a beautiful, beautiful day and a beautiful week. And hopefully you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Okay, so moving on to Doctor Strange. This Doctor Strange here is from, like I said in the beginning, the Multiverse of Madness. And yes, he comes with a plethora of accessories, which we are going to take a look at right now you guys know I love to show all the plethora of hands that he comes with on any of these figures. That comes with all these different types of hands inside the clamshell, sealed up, because we'll be here all day if I decide to try to show you them one by one. All right, so moving on, let's take a look at these hands real quick. So he has two fists that actually come on the actual figure itself. Then you have this little blue piece, so when he doesn't have his cape on, you can actually put this in the back when you remove the cape. He has a fist with a peg on it. Now that fist with the peg on it right there is so you could put the little, guard circles on there, and then his little gang sign hands, and then his open hands. He has more open hands and flat hands, and then he has other hands, and some of them have pegs on it, which the ones that have the pegs on them, I will go and I will demonstrate them with the other accessories of the really little magic circles that he does. Now moving on, I want to talk about this little stand here. So this is a little clear blue stand. It shows a little bit different on the box. It usually shows a bigger stand on the actual box itself. Then it shows this stand here also. It only comes with this stand, this little teeny tiny little round circle based stand, and it unplugs from here. You just plug this in, and then you have this box on the top. Now the box here is for a reason, because when you have this stand set up and you don't have the cape on him, I don't know if you can see that, but it has like a T-notch in there. That T-notch is so you can slide the cape in, and this will hold your cape standing nice and straight. If you're not going to have, you're going to have the cape on him, this one here is for one of the other accessories, which we will go over in a little bit. But it's just clear plastic, and that's it. That's that for the stand. Next we have his magic circle effects, and these plug into the hands. You can see the holes in the middle, so you pop on the hands that actually have the peg holes on them, and you can have his defensive magic circles that he puts in front of him, and they're nice. They're just cast in just a clear orange and plenty of detail. They did plenty of detail on them, so not bad at all. And that's it. So he just comes with these two magic effects, and we will show them off in a little bit. And last but not least, you have his snake effect or cobra effect or whatever. This looks like a snake to me. Very nicely done. You have where it's coming out of his hand, and he used this in the movie in the beginning of the movie. Was it in the beginning of the movie? I think he used this in the beginning of the movie. He used it at some point in time in the movie. But the snakes are coming out. He had two of them actually. But you have the nice orange and on the tips, and then the yellow, and then it kind of gets a little clear here as it's coming out. And then more as it gets solid, you have more orange into the green. Very well painted. And then looking at the snake's eye, going into the fangs, you can see the teeth actually moving backwards, and then you have the fangs here and here. That's actually really cool. They did a great job with that. Nice work on the scales. It's nice and glossy. Very well done. Even the eye. I love the way those teeth are moving backwards in there. I mean, that's just a little bit of detail that they didn't have to add, which they did. Really cool. But we'll show this off again in a little bit. Let's get into taking a look at the figure itself. Now moving on to Doctor Strange himself. Now I have him just kind of posed out here doing a little, start to do the circle thing to bring the magic circles, you know, portals and stuff out. He has a sling ring on his hand here, which is nice because you know, you don't really get that included. Most of the time it's here on his belt, but they included the sling ring on this hand. And then you have him throwing out his magic signs over here. And then moving on to, you have the Eye of Agamotto right here around his neck, which is nicely done. It's not all the way down here. It's just kind of up here, out of the way. They did a good job with that. And then you have the Doctor Strange head sculpt, which it looks really nice. Looks like the actor. And let me get these hands out of the way. They did a really good job. Now, as far as the cape itself, it's got a bendy wire in it, right? So these here, I haven't really, you know, it looks like it has like little plugs here to plug in right here on them, but nothing plugs in. It just kind of sits. So you got to kind of get this bendy wire to move and sit where you want it to, because it's just going to kind of sit up like that. And this bendy wire moves all the way down through the back of the cape itself. Now the cape itself is made of kind of really soft plasticky material. I don't want to say plasticky, it's more of a, I don't want to say silk either, but it's a nice, it's a nice material that they used for the cape to give it a nice little sheen and on the inside, right? And then on the outside, you know, you have the red. And look at the detail in this cape. The detail on the cape itself, I mean, that's just beautiful. Running all the way through all the different patterns, everything, all the way up to here, even these here. But like I was saying, you can see how it just pokes up. You have to really adjust this cape to where you want it to sit, because it does not plug in. It's trying to give you that effect of, you know, the living, the way the cape is actually, you know, has a mind of its own. Now, as far as paint sculpt, they did nice on the gray, nice on the face, nice on the eyes. You know, I don't have paint all over the place, but this is S.H.Figuarts, so they do really good work with their figures. Nice blue and red on the actual uniform itself. Moving down to the belt, nice reds in there, nice little silver on these like little buckles that he has hanging off. More blues coming down to the actual tunic, and then down to his boots. Just nice detail, nice paint job, nice work all the way around. Very nice. All right, so let me remove this. So this cape, you gotta kind of, it's kind of weird, and I did it once, and you gotta kind of, you don't want to rip this, so you gotta kind of push this up. Let me see if I can do this on camera. Yep, there you go. You gotta push this up, because he has on the back, he has this T-looking peg hole in the back. So yeah, this kind of pops in and then slides down to fit on him. So let me just put Strange off to the side real quick. And I was saying, even the collar, like my collar was down like this. I actually popped it up to give it a little bit of whatever, but you have to, because you have kind of a bendy wire inside here. So you want to kind of maneuver this to fit the way you need it to go when you go to put it on the actual figure, so it'll sit, because these don't plug into anything, which would have been nice. Or if they were magnetic, it would have been nice for them to be able to just kind of sit like this down, but they're always going to hover up, which is not a big deal to me. It is what it is. I'll maneuver it, make the cape however I want to make it. But when you don't have the cape on them, and you want this to kind of just sit the way the cape would, just form it. You just got to form this thing. I'm just going to do this real quick on here. And then you take his stand. Remember I told you it has this T-groove in here. Just pop it in like this. Slide it down. And there you go. Now you have the cape sitting right there. on the stand itself. May not be the best look, but like I said, just for something real quick so you guys can see it, that's it. All right, so let's get into some quick articulation. He can look up, he can look way down, which is not too bad. He can look side to side. He has great head tilt. His arms can move. He can get some great range. Hands can move down. Well, his arms can move back down. And he has great butterfly joints in the shoulder itself. Arm moves all the way around. He has a single jointed elbow. Is it single? Or double jointed? I apologize, it's double jointed. Swivel at the wrists move up and down. Then he has his waist rocker, I guess you could say. Nice movement at the waist there. But then he also turns. So he turns at the top, and then he also turns underneath, hit the bottom itself. Moving down to the actual, sorry, he can ab crunch just that far. That's as far as you're gonna get him to ab crunch. That's as far as he's gonna move back. Then underneath, this is gonna get in the way. His leg can move out so far and then move back that far. His knees, nicely double jointed right there. Move back. Oh, I'm sorry, that's single jointed. This is what's throwing me off. This right here, this ball in here. And that's what's kind of throwing me off here also with the elbow. But normally you have, and it's pinless, so normally you have, like a pin there or whatever the case. But it's not like it's breaking in two different spots. That's just one break. Even if I held it, see? So it's only a single jointed knee. For a single jointed knee, that's not too bad. Anyway, moving down, he has a upper thigh swivel in there. And then he has his ankle articulation. He can pivot forward, he can pivot back, and then he has his toe hinge. And yes, he has his ankle rocker, which is not too bad for this guy here. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna show off some of his accessories now that I've showed off all of his articulation and his paint. And we'll do some comparisons. Just give me 1 second. All right, so I just wanted to show off a couple of things on the way his accessories go on to him. I know I didn't go crazy with them and stuff like that. The dragon or the snake is a little bit more difficult to set that one up, but I got it in the end. That's why I did 2 pictures showing different angles. All right, so getting into comparisons, let's compare him to G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Trooper. Here's how he compares to a Cobra Alley Viper. Here's how he compares to the Cobra Officer. And here's how he compares to the S.H.Figuarts movie version of Deadpool. All right, so with this character here, I mean, he's really cool. I like him. I do have my little pros and cons when it comes to the cape a little bit, but they're minute. They're really, really minute. I can work around them. It's not that big of a deal. I just think there could have been a few things done better. But as far as that goes, I mean, it's a great figure. If you can get your hands on it, pick him up. He's great to add to your collection if you are a Doctor Strange fan. If not, then don't. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. That's all I have to say about the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness S.H.Figuarts figure. And please, like I said before, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment down below, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything new that I'm putting up. And as always, I catch you on the flippity flip.